David and Goliath. This is a story of David, a young shepherd boy from Israel, who defeated Goliath, a giant warrior. Our story happened a long, long time ago, when Saul was the king of Israel. God was not happy with Saul as he had disobeyed him many times. God spoke to Samuel, an old prophet, and David was chosen as the future king of Israel. King Saul had a bad dream. One day he called for Samuel. "Samuel, I feel trouble. I am having a bad dream. I feel somebody is trying to take away the control of over my kingdom. It is just a dream, so calm your mind. How can I help you relax? I would like to hear some soothing music. Do you know of any good musician who can play for me? I know a boy who plays harp beautifully. I saw him in the house of Jesse in nearby town. I'm sure he can help to calm your mind. I'll send for him immediately." "Okay, please. Ask him to come immediately." And Samuel had David brought to the place. Even as a young boy, David was known as to be a very good musician. He wrote songs and played the harp very well. The Philistine had been troubling Saul's kingdom for a long time now. They were always trying to take over the kingdom of Saul. The kingdom of Philistine was known to have many giants among them. Their soldiers were taller and stronger than most men. Their champion soldier was Goliath. Goliath was almost 10 feet tall and made the soldier of Israel look like a little mice. One day, Goliath walked up to the hills that divided Israel from the Philistine and shouted out challenges. No one from Israel responded as they were afraid of Goliath. The giant kept challenging the day of Israel for almost 40 days. Two of David's brothers were in the king's army, and they were fighting against the Philistine with the threat of Goliath. The Israelite soldiers were starting to lose confidence day by day. They could not find the courage to face Goliath. David's father was too getting worried about his son fighting in the army. It was during this time that David was serving the king at his palace. One day his father asked David to carry some food for his brother. So David went to the battlefield carrying. When he arrived, he saw his brother were terrified. It was when he heard Goliath challenge. "Shame on you, Israel! How long will you keep me waiting? Isn't there anyone who have courage to stand before me? You are not men, but sheep. Ha 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 ha." "What is happening? Is it there to face the man challenge? We cannot risk losing against him. He is too big and strong for us to fight. If we lose our kingdom, we will be lost forever." "Nonsense! This man is insulting our king, our whole country. This cannot be allowed. I will fight against this man." "Oh, little brother, you are brave but also foolish. The king will not permit you to step into the battlefield. You are not a soldier. You are a shepherd. You may be good with harp, but you cannot carry a sword. You are just a little boy. Go back and to father and give him our news." "I am going there, brother, but I promise I will come back. I will get permission of the king and come back to slay. God is with me. He will with me with giant. He will give me the strength." David went back to his father's home and gave news to his brother. Then he went to the palace and asked for permission to speak to the king. "Yes, David, you may go back to your father now and tend to his sheep. I do not need to listen to your music right now. We are in battle against the Philistine. I need to find a way to win this war, to save our kingdom from this evil man. I will send for you when I need you." O king, I have not come to play music. I wish to serve you, my country, battlefield. I shall defeat Goliath. I've come to get your permission to step to the battlefield and the end of this war once and for all. Son, I admire your spirit, but I cannot give you permission. You are just a boy. My most feared fighter have not been able to tackle Goliath for more than 40 days now. If I allow you, then would it be like I am sending you to your death? Your soldier may be afraid of him, but I have no fear. The Lord watches over me all the time. I may be a shepherd boy, but please have faith in me. I've killed many lions and wolves that attack of many sheep. I have lost not even of my sheep. My God has given me the strength to fight against my enemies. I am sure He will give me the strength to defeat this giant too. Please give me the chance to save the honor of my country. I promise I will not let you down. Hmm. Your courage is truly inspiring, my boy. I am moved by your trust in God and loyalty you show to your country. I am giving you permission to fight Goliath, but you must wear this armor. I would protect you from his heavy blows, also take my sword with you. It has never failed me in my battles. Thank you for your majesty. I will not waste this chance to serve my country. I do not need your armor or the sword of my king. They are too heavy and I will only make it difficult for me to fight the giant. I will now take the leave. Thank you again for your permission. God may be with you, my boy. David was a young boy, the youngest of his son. He could not serve in the army as he would not, but he had the courage of the bravest soldier. He had complete faith in God and believed he would protect it against all danger. He was absolutely certain that he could defeat Goliath. David excellent aim, he carried a sling with him all the time. As he reached to the river cross, he picked up some pebbles from the river bank. He held the stone in his hand and then put them in the pouch, and then he tied, so armed with just a sling. David stepped back into the battlefield to take on Goliath. As he reached to the field, he could not hear the booming of the sound of Goliath yet again. You cowards, where is your man? If you do not send your fighters now, I will come over and kill every single one of you. You have tested my patience enough. Hey, you over here. I will fight you. Ha 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 ha, you joke well. Run away, little boy, before I accidentally step on you and kill you. I am not going anywhere, you idiot. I am here to fight you and beat you to the ground. You have been insulting my king and the countrymen for too long. We are not afraid of you, we just don't take care of their threats seriously. You're now becoming too much of a nuisance for all of us. Today, Philistine Ions will become our slaves. My God protects me from all evil. He will me to silence your threat forever. You cannot be serious. Have you lost your mind? Do you have your parents abandon you? Do not test my mercy. Send a real man to fight me. You dare to insult me. Why do you talk too much, ugly giant? Are you afraid of me? I am more than enough for you. If you cannot fight me, then surrender to us now. That is to be ready to die now, little boy. Goliath ran towards David, lifting his spear high over his head, ready to strike little David's dead. When he was close enough, David placed a stone on his sling and took aim. Then he pulled it back with all his strength and said a prayer to God. He let go of the stone. The stone hit Goliath straight between the eyes and making it a deep cut. He stopped and stunned and not believing what had just happened. Then he dropped to his knees and fell over his face, buried in the sand. The Israelites were watching them from the hills. There was a moment of silence. When Goliath dropped to the ground, they could not believe what had just happened. Then there was a huge cry of victory from the soldier. They ran to David and picked up the fight. They placed him to the shoulders and marched back to the palace. David, David, they chanted. David, the giant killer. Thus David became the hero of Israel, the slayer of Goliath. He would later on become the king of Israel and ruled over the country for many years to come, loved and respected by everyone. The end. Thank you for listening.